guns were used in the riots. This man opened fire at a police helicopter in Birmingham. In London, I was given information that a gang was stockpiling guns ready for further trouble. Our source wanted them off the streets. We immediately alerted the police and pressed the source for the location. Eventually, I was told to expect a message. Okay, so this text has just arrived. It says, guns in yellow and orange JD bag, so presumably JD Sports, at St Peter's Court, Wickham Road, Brockley, London, which is southeast London. And then there are some instructions as to where to find them. Open first bin area at entrance. On left-hand side, this is a black metal door. You will find in bin the guns within the bag.
It's blocks of flats, and we're looking in the communal areas outside.
Straight away, we went back to the Metropolitan Police, who had a search team on standby.
If there is any confrontation, perhaps from the people who've hidden these weapons or anything, or gang members, we've got local officers used to dealing with them to actually challenge them and deal with them.
Within an hour and a half of receiving that text message, over 30 officers were in Brockley. Such is the nature of policing London at the moment. This is a joint operation between the Metropolitan Police and also officers from Cheshire who are down in the capital offering support for other events. Now, as you can see, they have already started searching the area around this block of flats. They're putting a cordon in place, and then they will be going into this bin store, which is the location given to us in this text message.
There's more than one. Yeah, handguns or one gun? 2 bags. And in the bag, 3 firearms. Okay. Stuffs.
3 of your sit-on.
There's at least 2 or 3.
So, Inspector, your team have gone in and found what seems to be firearms. What happens from this point?
We'll leave them in situ. We'll get a scenes of crime officer to have a look at them and advise on the best way of recovering it, and we'll have a firearms officer come down and look at the weapons and make sure that they are safe so they don't go off accidentally as they're being recovered.
There may, though, be other weapons in the area, so the search is thorough. It's Friday evening, so people are getting on with their lives. One man, though, appeared agitated. He stopped and questioned, but only for a few minutes. The focus remains on the weapons. Armed officers have now arrived to make the guns safe. These weapons may look old, but are still dangerous.
Was that just another
This is the outer. This is the outer bag. That was a second, and that's enough.
Our source has told us that they were hidden by gangs in anticipation of further riots. The officers believe they have 2 old flintlock-style pistols, a double-barrel flare gun, a single-barrel flare gun, and 1 revolver. But as the analysis starts, something suddenly changes. During the course of that search, something has come up and we've been asked to move right back. One of the officers saw someone in one of the flats throwing out what looked like a gun cartridge and also a silencer. The armed police stop their work and surround the flats. 10 minutes later, the man who had earlier appeared agitated is led away.
It's all right, yeah? Comfy?
Arrested on suspicion of possession of firearms. But at this stage, there's nothing to suggest that the 18-year-old suspect is linked to the stash of guns.
This is a hugely successful operation, not just for the Metropolitan Police, but for the community at large. A member of the community has felt confident enough to use Sky News to come to us with information that there were weapons somewhere within this area. Now, I think that first of all shows that the community still have confidence in the police. They've used you to facilitate that communication, and I think on this occasion the operation has been very successful because, as you can see, we've seized a number of weapons today.
Do you understand why someone would want to use ourselves and not feel confident to come to the police direct? Because that is what we try to achieve.
Whatever form of communication is used, whatever way people want to come to the police and ask for our assistance, we will always respond to that.
We can see these guns being boxed up. What happens next to them?
We will identify whether those weapons have actually been used in any kind of crimes. If they have, we will use that information to go out and identify those offenders, arrest those offenders and put them before the courts.
I do not know the person or people who told us where these guns were. I do know that they have taken a risk in doing so. Criminals somewhere have lost their stash of weapons, but their community is now a safer place. Tom Parmenter, Sky News, South London.